Dino Dan from Cypress, California, and you're watching the Barbecue Central Show.
Start the game! Let's go!
We'll do it live. Okay. Well, do it live! I'll write it and we'll do it live!
So to get that perfect barbecue, you use wood. Are you sure it's safe? Whatever. We put the lighter fluid on, strike the match, and... Oh! Should we call the fire department? That might be a good idea.
Welcome to the really big Barbecue Central show. This is the show where we talk about all things important in the world of barbecue and grilling. The show originating from the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame city, Bomb City, USA, Cleveland, Ohio, the barbecue capital of the North Coast. I'm your program host, Greg Rempe. Happy to have you aboard here on your Tuesday evenings, a live fire fun and frivolity show. If you would like to get in contact with the show this evening, or you would like to follow the show during off-show hours, here's how you do all that.
You can get in touch with the show by sending an email to Greg at bbqcentralshow.com. Follow us on all the social media channels at BBQ Central Show. And be sure to subscribe to the show podcast feed on your favorite podcast platform.
Anything else you would like to find out about the show, you can find at the main website, thebbqcentralshow.com. And here's what's happening in case you get the newsletter. Coming up in about 12 minutes from now, second time on the show, first time about a year and change ago. Folks, when you think of open fire, live fire cooking, how many people do you think of right off the top of your head? It's only one man. Al Frugoni joins the show once again. And we're going to talk, yes, about the most recent meetup in Hondo, Texas, Al's hometown, Hondo. Hondo, also the lead character of my favorite TV show, SWAT. Not the old SWAT, but the new SWAT, Hondo, who also used to be Derek Morgan for Criminal Minds for any number of decades. Then he transitioned out of that cop role into the cop role of SWAT. Anyway, we're not talking about TV trivia, although there's a arrow in your quiver for TV trivia if you ever need it. I almost came up with his real name, Shamar Moore. Look at me! Look at me. Al Frugoni coming up in about 11 minutes from now. We're going to talk about the meetup, as I'd mentioned. And then we're also going to finish that segment with the news that is just starting to make waves across competition circles, especially as it relates to one Memphis in May and not one Smoke Slam. Did I say not?
Andrew, you are
Not Smoke Slam. Right? If you missed last week's show, we kind of touched on it with Rasheed Philips, who I'll mention again here in just a moment. But we'll be talking about what's happening at the 2026 version of Memphis in May and how that includes an Al Frugoni and this whole open fire concept. And then after Al Frugoni, we will welcome back for the last time in 2025, creator of Another Pint Please, two-time author, my pal, and not yours, Mike Lang joins us. So we'll get a little bit of a Thanksgiving recap from Mike Lang. We'll also talk about gifts that he is recommending for this holiday season. So whoop-de-doo and dickory-dock. Always enjoy not only talking with Mike, but looking at Mike. Not only at him directly, but the shot that he has picked out and the great camera that he uses. I don't know. Maybe I've asked 7 or 10 times what exactly the setup and the process that he uses, the computer and all this stuff. I never feel like it's going to work out for me. And I don't know if I want to blur the majestic city of one Bomb City, USA behind me with that short field of vision or depth of field or whatever the hell they call it. They being the artistes of video and photography. I'm probably not using the right words. However, Mike comes on the show, has a better shot than the host, and that rarely happens. Every now and again. But Mike Lang always has a better shot at your host, and if it's your first time tuning into the show, it's well worth 35 past the first hour just to see Mike's setup and to see how loud and proud he's coming in, as we say on the CB radio. And by the way, I always monitor Channel 19 on the CB radio. Also, you might be wondering, Remps sound a little dry. Indeed, I do sound dry. A lot of smacking going on. I have just the hint of a cold that has not evolved into a full-blown cold. Why? Because I use Joe B's that I have for decades. This is as bad as it gets. So it's not terrible. Add on a little Advil, cold and sinus. Dries pretty much everything out on top of the Joe B's, which helps me not devolve into a full-blown medical event. So take your Joe B's, JOEBEES.com. And that'll bring a close to the first hour. We'll move to the second hour. Not sure exactly when, because it sounds like there's a live TV hit going on in San Diego, California. But we will have, for the last time in 2025, a Sam the Cooking Guy segment. Come hell or high water. Just not sure exactly when he's going to be popping in within that second hour time frame. But he'll be there, and we'll recap his holiday and his Thanksgiving this past Thursday, and also what he might be suggesting, not just in the shopstcg.com storefront, but if somebody he knows or somebody he knows is asking, hey, what should I get for my person who's a real culinary foodie type person? What are the gifts that Sam is recommending this year? So that's how it's setting up. 14 past the first hour, Al Frugoni. 35 past the first hour, Mike Lang. And then sometime in the second hour, a Sam the Cooking Guy. Don't forget, you can follow me socially on the Instagrams, the Twitter, the TikToks, the Snappy Snaps, and the LinkedIns, all with the handle at BBQ Central Show. And we say good evening to those of you watching tonight through one of the video streaming platforms. 2 currently available. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show, or you can watch on YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show, where we have a new Would You Rather YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. Question of the day. Would you rather eat peanut butter and jelly every day or grilled cheese every day? And currently 67% of you are saying grilled cheese. Oh, come on. It's PB&J. Gang, I'm with you. In my mind, I'm thinking I want to have grilled cheese every day. There's no doubt. You can switch it up. You can use different kinds of bread. You can use different kinds of cheese. You can put mayo on the outside of the bread one day. You can put butter on one side of the bread. The next day, you can put mayo on one half and butter on the other half. On the third day, it's a crazy change-up. But gang, EOD, it's grilled cheese every day. You are going to die within 2 years, maybe less. Or, and I know none of you are, except for maybe 2, you're going to have to work out like a maniac to keep from those arteries closing up at what would be breakneck speed at that point. If you can only eat grilled cheese every day, you're going to be dead in 2 years. You could be one of the most healthy people on earth and then switch it up to grilled cheese every day. You're going to be the least alive person in 2 years. Maybe 5. Trust me, if a car wreck doesn't get you, if some kind of medical ailment doesn't get you outside of the heart attack, the grilled cheese will get you. Please consider revoting and choosing the right answer, peanut butter and jelly. Again, different kinds of bread. However, you're getting protein with the peanut butter. You can go light on the jelly. You can opt for different kinds of jelly. A lot of different options for PB&J. Delicious. And if you're weighing it out between the two, more nutritious than grilled cheese every day. Results of the poll question from last week. Would you rather face a fork in the road or pick between 3 doors? 74% of you said you'll take that fork in the road, and I agree. Holy shit, am I dry. We have no Al Frugoni yet. I feel like we're ahead of the schedule. Is that right? Smoking Joe's Pit Barbecue. Greg, your wife is packing her lunch tomorrow. It includes 2 grilled cheese sandwiches. No doubt. No doubt. Well, we'll go anyway. Because, but where is it? Stand by. Did I not punch it up? I was right there. Yes. Here it is. I don't know what the hell I did. Hey, it's the smoking pecan pellets. Let me reset my time here. Let me make sure. Al? Oh, there it is. Okay. Yep. There we go. Hey, are you looking for more smoke flavor out of your pellet smoker? Yes. Of course you are. Let's be honest. Sometimes it tastes more like a fancy oven, not a smoke machine. Do you want that stick burner flavor without the stick burner work? Who doesn't? Maybe you're one of those guys that likes tending fire all day long. Okay, you do you, boo. Sometimes you don't feel like it. You can use the smoking pecan pellets. Look no further than the smoking pecan pellets, or should I say pecan pellets, which are made out of 100% pecan shells. That's right. Nothing but pecan shells. No filler, no binder, no artificial flavor enhancers. Your meat will thank you. Your wallet might thank you as well after you realize you're not paying for sawdust. Smoking pecan pellets are a premium cooking pellet that burns hotter, lasts longer. That means your pellet smoker will consume less pellets compared to most other pellet brands. More time to relax, less time refilling that pellet hopper. Dare I say, a mini vacation? Indeed. Their pecan shell pellets have a robust flavor that pairs well with a variety of meats, including beef and pork and chicken and fish. Get the smoke, burn the shells. It's a lifestyle, as we've said here week after week. Promo code for the Centralites looking to save 10% every time you buy the smoking pecan pellets. BBQ Central at checkout is the code BBQ with smoking pecan pellets, delicious. Right out of the box, unlit, smells delicious. And then a more noticeable smoke flavor. Am I going to sit here and tell you, oh, that's pecan? No. But I know that there's smoke there this time around. That's the difference. SmokinPecan.com and code BBQ Central for 10% off at checkout. We will be back with an Al Frugoni right after this. Stick around. We'll be right back.
You're listening to the BBQ Central Show. Broadcasting live from the BBQ Central Show studios in Cleveland, Ohio. You're listening to the BBQ Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
Welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by Fireboard. Makers of Fireboard 2, Fireboard Pro, Fireboard Spark, Fireboard Beacon, and the wireless Fireboard Pulse. When you use the Fireboard app and all your stuff is connected to your Wi-Fi, you have total access to all devices anywhere in the world. Find out more by visiting fireboard.com or call 816-945-2232. Good folks over at Fireboard. Diane Me asking this question. How much ash did the pecan pellets produce? Diane, we know it's pecan, correct, first, number one. That's what we do know. We learned that last week. Diane, that would have involved me taking off the deflector tray and having started with a completely clean and sucked out Traeger grill. And I did not do that. I'm sorry. So I can't tell. I didn't notice the first time around with pecan pellets that there was more or less ash. I did notice that there was a more sensory, dare I say, olfactory noticing of smoke, but more importantly, a more enhanced actual taste of smoke that was on the meat with pecan pellets. Again, SmokinPecan.com. Gang, my first guest tonight has made his show debut back in June of 2024, if you can believe that. When one thinks of open fire cooking specifically, they are mostly thinking of this guy. And tonight we're going to continue that conversation of the live fire meetup, amongst other things. We welcome back Argentinian, Texan, and most importantly, businessman Al Frugoni to the show. Hey, Al.
Hey, how are you guys?
To start
doing
off, we're doing great, and we have a would you rather YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. So, Al, would you rather eat grilled cheese every day or peanut butter and jelly every day?
Grilled cheese.
All right.
No question asked.
62% of the YouTube voting public agreeing with one Al Frugoni. I said peanut butter and jelly because, while my mind is saying grilled cheese, I fear you're eating grilled cheese every day. You're going to be dead in 2 years because, grilled cheese is probably not that healthy. However, you can't argue with taste. I agree with you on that aspect. But I want to live a little longer than 2 years. So I picked peanut butter and jelly, but to each his own. Al, take me back to the genesis of the very first live fire meetup and what you wanted it to look like the very first time around.
Well, that started in 2021, right after the lockdown from COVID, right? It was like the plan was to get together with some fellow influencers, right? That you become like I said, e-friends, right? Online, you start following each other and you start commenting and maybe phone calls, right? So I met a few of the guys on events and stuff, but I wanted to get together with a group of guys and girls, right, on the influencer world mainly. That's where I was, and I did it, and I planned the event in Texas, in Bernie, in my hometown, and I used to have a shop there, so they all came. There were like probably 15 of us, and we took the internet by storm. But only that, at that time, it was like a couple of guys we knew about open fire, but all these big guys, they didn't know anything about open fire. So and they were so interested in learning, and the whole weekend was about learning. It's about sharing, our cultures, our different recipes, right? Or what we know, like kind of share the passion, right? That we all share, and the bond was created there. It was so amazing, right? And then is when I decided to do it again next year, and that's officially in 2022 is officially the first open fire meetup, because we open to public. We partnered with a charity group that they were helping the first responders. So that's how everything started, and that's when we cooked the whole steer for the first time. I remember I called Big Habs and I said, build me a cross for a steer, and he did, and we cooked a whole steer for the first time in open fire. And that was the first one in 2022. And up to today, now it's like it became massive. We have the numbers we had last month was this month actually. No, last month, November. It was impressive. We had a sold out event, 2,700 people. We sold out one day before. We let in a lot of people that drove like for 4 hours, and I didn't know we don't have tickets. Okay, let's, we let a lot of people in. We got more than 500 because the meetup is 3 days, right? It's Thursday, Friday. It's a private event, invite only, industry only, right? That is where the brands get together, us, the influencers. Now, as you know, the competition world is coming to this. Last year they started. We have a lot of competition people. So the meetup became kind of like it's like my vision was, and we are like doing it. It's like bringing all the barbecue world together, right? And this year, for the first time, we have the restaurant tours, like Ernest Cervantes from Burnt Bean, #1 in Texas, was there. John Bates from Interstellar, he was the first Michelin star barbecue restaurant. So we got the competitors, we have the influencers, we have the restaurant tours, we have the brands. So it's a big, massive reunion. And that first 2 days, we were over 500 people. So that crazy it is, right? That's on this Saturday is open to public.
Are you trying to continue to grow it, or can you max out to where you need to manage it safely?
Oh, I wanna. And we're gonna talk about this in a while, but I wanna like reply it. I don't know that the Texas Open Fire Meetup is I want it always to be the reunion of the barbecue world, right? So to answer your question, probably not. We're not gonna make it bigger, right? Yes, more guests are gonna come. You have to come, right? It's about time. Okay. So yes, more guests, but on the general public, on what we do, I don't think we have. I don't think we're gonna grow it more. We wanna keep the Texas one very like oriented on the reunion and the get together. Let's say, right? And of course the competition side is important. It's like give us a purpose to be there, right? Everybody's like, and everybody's like very focused on the competition as well. So it's overall a great time, and but we wanna. Yes, we're gonna make it bigger, but not in Texas. We're gonna take it nationwide. We wanna make it, reply it, kind of the same concept in different places.
With this specific event in Texas, 2,700 public individuals coming in, maybe more letting in through the gate that drove a little further and weren't aware of what was going on or what they needed. How are you ensuring food safety at an event like this, especially with so much food that's out in the open cooking versus being in like closed cookers?
Well, we have to follow several rules, right? To have everything enclosed. All the prep has to be under a cover, right? If it's an open pit, it doesn't need a cover or a base. But we follow all the Texas rules, right, or conditions, and everybody has to every team has to have the food handler. We have a cold storage there. Yeah, it's pretty, I would say, difficult. It's pretty like you have to take care of that. I think in Texas we are not as bad as other states. Like I heard people doing events in California and other states, and it's super mega complicated. But in Texas, it's more like you still have to abide by the rules, but it's not as crazy, right?
Al, I had Rasheed Philips on the show last week, and I asked him if he thought that this style of cooking, let's call it open fire cooking, would you call it asado otherwise, or are you okay with open fire cooking?
I like open fire cooking.
Yeah.
I want to separate, like, open fire cooking is cooking without a lid, right? It's of the family of no lid, right? But you can say live fire. When you say live fire, I think it's a fire that is alive. It's not, it's not propane, it's not electricity, right? So a live fire could be a offset smoker, it could be a ceramic grill, could be a kettle, Weber. That fire is alive and you have to maintain it. So live fire for me is everything that it burns, like with propane or electricity or any other outside source. And an open fire would be something that is without a lid, right?
So I asked
No
him,
enclosed, let's say.
I asked him if he thought this style of cooking was going to replace what competition barbecue did for the industry, let's say 10, 15 years ago. What do you think?
I don't think so. It's not gonna replace. It's gonna, like, give more options to people, right? Like the same, like, I don't know, the pellet grills before they exist, right? It's like people. I don't think the pellets replace anything. I think pellets brought more people into barbecue, right? I think the people that like to do offset smoker, they keep doing it, right? So I think open fire is gonna be the same. It's gonna be expand. It's a natural expand for people that are like the backyard cooks, right? That they already have 4 or 5 grills, right? When I started all this, I started because I wanted to sell grills. That was my plan, and 90% of Americans that buy an open fire grill, they already own 2, 3, 4, 5 grills. You know what I mean? They're already kind of experts. They already, they cook in pellet grills or Kamados and they want to expand into open fire. And all these guys that now are my friends or people that I keep in contact, they keep smoking, they keep doing what they do, but also they do open fire. So I don't know. That's a good question. I don't think, because the barbecue culture in here in America is so huge, right? It's so rooted into the culture in America. I don't think nothing gonna replace that. Again, my opinion. I don't know. Maybe I'm wrong.
Or hey, everybody's got an opinion. So for the next half of this interview, I want to talk about something huge. And we briefly touched on it last week with Rasheed. But for the first time, perhaps ever, at least as long as I can remember, Memphis in May is adding something different to their 2026 program. And it is a live open fire challenge.
Mm-hmm.
You've been at Smoke Slam the last 2 years. So I guess the question begs, is this, with you going to Memphis, is this something that you sat down, you had like a mob meeting with the heads of the family, Smoke Slam, Memphis and May, and you said, I want to make you an offer, I can't refuse. Do you pitch it and you see which one goes first? Does somebody approach you first? How does that whole thing work out?
No, not exactly. Okay, so as you know, I'm a business guy. So when Kel Phelps approached me to do Smoke Slam 2 years ago, and that was a paid gig. I went. I mainly went through Kel and everything on the deal and everything. Last year we did it again, but it's more like, and I don't have nothing bad to say about them. They're pretty nice people, but they're like more like business oriented, right? Okay, I want this service, I want this show, I want this many samples. Here it is, right? And this is the price. Let's do it, right? So that's it. They call me a few months before each year, right? I don't have another relationship. And again, I'm not saying there's nothing wrong, right? But that's just business, pure business with the people in Memphis. I started the conversation a year ago, or more maybe, right? And I already committed my word to Smoke Some, so I couldn't, my word means something, so I couldn't do it. But with them, the conversation was always about barbecue. I told them my vision, what I wanted to do. I told them I don't want to do like a show. I want to do something meaningful. I want to bring this open fire, to a world scenario, right? So and they're super cool. They breathe barbecue like us, and and we had so many conversations and then we started sharing the same vision, and it was honestly it was still is pretty cool working with them, right? When they're barbecue people, right? They're like, and again, I'm not saying nothing wrong about the other one, but the Memphis, they breathe and live barbecue, and they understand what is happening with open fire, and they wanted to partner. They really want me there, and everything that I asked them if we can do, they were like, great, that's a great idea, right? They're like super cool, right? So and for us, it's 3 years ago I went to compete in Memphis with a bunch of cast irons and open fire, and people were looking at me crazy. 4 years actually. I went and actually we walked the stage. People, I remember Malcolm Reed saying to me, "Al, I heard you're gonna hang some ribs. You have balls, dude." And I was like, I don't know. And we went and we ended up walking the stage in turkey category, and that was pretty cool. And that was my only competition that I did in my life. So, but I remember 4 years ago being there, and now partnering with them is like amazing. It's a dream come true, right?
What specific elements of the whole open fire meetup event that you're bringing to Memphis in May did organizers find most appealing, inevitably leading to this whole green light situation?
Say that again. Like, what is the best?
What elements did Memphis in May find most appealing in order to say, yeah, let's go ahead and do this?
I think they like on the business side. I think they like the crowd, the open fire. The fact that you're going to a place that you can actually eat, and you have a show. I think that's the most appealing thing for them. Was that we are able to bring the crowd, right? Because you have to add also to the open fire show. We are all influencers, and we all like have millions of followers, so we also bring a lot of crowd, right? And we can push people, and I think they like that, to start bringing more people to Memphis in May and to enjoy, and they have something to do, right? And then on the competition side, it's like they realize that this is something that is growing fast and is growing big, and they wanted to do like a proper competition. They feel like it needs to be represented on the world stage, the open fire, right? And I think that's fantastic. I like that.
How's it going to be judged? It's not, and correct me if I'm wrong, you still have Memphis in May. It's pork, it's ribs, it's shoulders, it's whole hog. You have the whole judging aspect that they've always done for a billion years. This is not going to be a similar judging scenario, is it? No,
it's not. We're going to take care of that too. And we're going to do, actually, it's inspired in Memphis in May, but we're going to do like we do everything is like on-site judging. So it's going to be 15 teams, right? And we're going to have 3 sets of judges that they're going to judge 5 teams, and they have to go and they have to cook everything open fire. They have to do, the rules are not there yet. We actually, tomorrow we have a very important meeting to finalize this, but it's going to be a multi-dish meal, right? It's going to be like, I think we're going to do, I don't want to say because maybe,
yeah, right. Don't spill
but
it yet.
It's going to be like a 4 dishes, and it's going to be judged on site, and you have to tell your story. You have to tell how you cook it. The difficulty of the cook is going to be judged as well, right? If you hang, or if you cook, or if you do asador, and then they're going to be, out of these 3 groups, they're going to be 3 finalists, and they have to do all over again. And it's going to be a category on Memphis. It's like an ancillary. It's going to be Thursday, and the awards is going to be also Thursday.
So when a team wins the overall, do they technically qualify as a Memphis in May open fire world champion at that point?
Exactly.
Really?
Yeah. And you're going to walk the stage, the same trophies. Like, so we're going to have the first ever. That's amazing, huh?
Do you see a time when that part of it is somehow going to meld together with the traditional Memphis in May? So whoever wins the open fire category might have a shot at winning the overall grand championship.
I don't know. I don't know about that. I know we're going to grow it fast, and because people are going to like that. I think we're going to be one of the biggest categories in a 5 years, let's say. Again, I don't know, but I think a lot of people are gonna start like getting more and more. If more teams we have, more importance we're gonna have, right? But that's my dream. Like in 5 years to be one of the big categories, right?
So you see,
that could be.
do you see open fire cooking? I'm just using this because it's the first thing I can think of, being like a KCBS where you're going across the nation, potentially the globe, but you're doing an open fire cooking contest across the nation on any given weekend.
Yes, we have that vision. We are working on that. Yes, again, we can start partnering with existing tournaments, right? And then we can bring but that's I know, Greg, for sure that barbecue in general, but open fire, when people, is in my personal experience, when I see my neighbors, I see the sons of my son's friends, I see people online, when they start cooking open fire, their lives improve, right? It's like kind of like you, again, barbecue in general, right? But open fire has something special that, and again, my personal experience that happened, right? It made me go through a lot of bad moments, and I know a lot of people. So honestly, it's like I feel like I have a mission that is spread the open fire cooking, right? And this is the way to do it, right? Like, and this is again, I don't know. Social media is important, but this is like real stuff, right? People, you gotta have eyes. I'm hearing your show because of this, so this is. Spreading. I know it sounds cheesy, but honestly, it's my grain of sand that I want to put here, in this country that I picked to live in and I love, and it's kind of like me giving back, right?
Al Frugoni is the best, and he's going to change Memphis in May forever, starting May of 2026. I'd love to have you back on here over the next couple months as we lead into it, just so we can kind of build that interest and learn all the goings on. In the meantime, you can check Al out at alfrugoni.com or follow him on Instagram and other social media. Al, appreciate the time tonight, and we will talk to you again soon.
Thank you for having me, man.
You got
Bye-bye.
it. Al Frugoni right there. Oh, my goodness. I mean, turning the competition world on its ear, shaking the very foundations. Also, we learned something new that maybe we didn't know, or has confirmed in our mind that some of us would have thought. Memphis in May. I don't think this is even talked about 3 years ago, 4 years ago as adding anything to what the typical program had always been. But there's been changes, new CEO, vice president, marketing team. They're a lot more adept. They're a lot more liquid. They're a lot more open to new ideas. And this thing that Al is putting together, proof of that, no doubt. I mean, this is a huge break in tradition. Good for Al. All right, Mike Lang is in the green room. We'll get to him here in just one moment. And before we do that, I will talk to you quickly about our pals over at Primo Grills. I mean, what do we love about Primo Grills? We love that they're fuel efficient. We love that they can achieve low and slow temperatures for traditional barbecue meats. We love that they can get rip-roaring hot for the high-temperature grilling of steaks and other thin cuts. But we all know what's missing in these traditional line of cookers. They're round, and it's really hard to do true two-zone cooking. That's why we love the Primo. It's got a game-changing oval design. Gives you that ability to execute that two-zone setup that you desire. Also, giving you the other ceramic grill benefits as well. Only sold through dealers. So you got to find one near you. Go to primogrill.com, find that dealer, visit in person, and then buy the one that best fits your needs. Primogrill.com. Follow them on Facebook and Instagram. And we're back with Mike Lang right after this. Stick around.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
We thank Al Frugoni for joining us last segment. AlFrugoni.com. This portion of the show being brought to you by Pit Barrel Cooker, the most unbelievable outdoor cooking device on the planet. Currently available in 3 sizes with a host of accessories. It doesn't matter if you're a beginner or a professional. It's just a cooker you want to add to the arsenal. You visit pitbarrelcooker.com and then tell them I sent you. Maybe Noah or Amber will actually answer the phone. Who knows? My next guest tonight is back for his last quarterly appearance here in 2025. You can follow him socially at Another Pint Please and on his latest account, grillographer.cut on the IGs. You know him from his work with industry leader Weber, his book One Beer Grilling, and his latest effort, NASCAR Race Day Eats. Then I mentioned that he is an inaugural member of the Barbecue Central Show's Guest Hall of Fame. The way back in 2018, we welcome back Mike Lang to the show. Hey, Mike.
Hey, Greg. How are you?
I'm well. We have a Would You Rather YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody, including all guests. Mike, would you rather eat grilled cheese every day or peanut butter and jelly every day?
Grilled cheese.
Cheese, all right. So Al Frugoni picked grilled cheese as well, and 69% of the YouTube voting public picking grilled cheese. I said to Al, my heart says grilled cheese as well, because fat is flavor and we love all that fun stuff. But I think if you eat grilled cheese every day, you're going to be dead in 2 years. So I opted for peanut butter and jelly, a little protein in the peanut butter, definitely some sugar in there, also sugar in the jelly. I'm not too keen on that. And you can't get away from the bread, of course. You could toast the peanut butter and jelly, have grilled PB&J as well. So you almost have like a grilled cheese. Am I doing anything to convince you to stay alive with me?
I think you're arguing against yourself, frankly.
Oh, okay. Well, then, no, I'm not doing a very good job whatsoever. So, Mike, along with the landslide of 70% agreeing that grilled cheese is the way to go. Mike, Thanksgiving reflections, traditional and unconventional. So we welcome you back here for the final chat of 2025. Let's go ahead and start last Thursday. Highlights of your family's Thanksgiving celebration this year.
Completing it.
You made it.
It is, well, my wife's family is huge. So we host 30 people here at the farm in the grill studio. So it's not like a leisurely Lang Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
It is much like an event. So we made it through. It was a great time. Everything turned out great, but boy, it is a slog.
How do you even begin? So I cooked for 12 people. So, I mean, less than half the amount of people that you're doing. How do you even begin to, or how much ahead of time are you prepping? What are you prepping? And then during the actual day of, is pretty much everything done except the turkey, or is there a lot of mania going on still?
No, in fact, I promised Erica this year we'd be way ahead of the curve. And thankfully, I do a lot of larger events and some catering work. And definitely anytime I'm doing a production, you've got, if you're on time, you're late. So oddly, it's for family stuff where actually I'm usually late, but this year by only about 30 minutes. But yeah, a lot of prep done ahead of time. The big proteins are obviously going to happen that day, but if you're dry brining a turkey, that starts the day in advance. And there's some other tips, you can use for things like mashed potatoes. Make them early, mash them. Don't involve, cream or milk or butter until you're getting ready to serve. Then heat that up. That can then go into cold potatoes, and it's just so much easier. They turn out great, and it's less hassle for you.
Thinking about the meal, what were the absolute traditional staples, the must-have dishes that your family really enjoyed?
Those are pretty much the ones that we provided. Family brought other things as well, but we've got a grilled turkey, we've got a smoked ham, we've got 2 different kinds of stuffing, we've got mashed potatoes, we've got mac and cheese. Those are the core principles for us, so we take care of those. And I think even on the stuffing side, we did them 2 ways. I've got a grilled stout stuffing that I always do that's on Weber.com. And then Erica had a recipe from my dad that he likes quite a bit. So we knocked both of those out. But you've got to have the staples.
So you mentioned ham. Are you seeing, or am I just now catching up to everybody else, pulled ham? I heard Todd Bullock mention it a couple Tuesdays ago. First time I'd really ever heard about it. Started doing some deep diving, started seeing some people doing it. It appears you're cooking it just like you would a pork butt till 210, whatever pullability is, and then you, instead of pulled pork, you have pulled ham. And I'm not turned off by the idea, but am I behind the curve on this one?
No, I've heard of it. I've never done it. I think it's like anything else that we look at what we always make and think, well, how can I do that different to make it interesting or clickable? And this never has appealed to me to try. I mean, ham is kind of a lark anyways, because you're buying basically a pre-cooked ham that you're reheating and hopefully applying your own glaze to it. So it's not quite like rocket science. My brother-in-law's like, the ham was great. I'm like, I just really kind of heated it up to 125. That's probably the best tip I can give to you. But yeah, it's out there, but just one of those things like it's kind of a fad. And
you're not going to do it? You're not going to do it?
No.
What if I say by whatever time next quarter when we come back in 2026, we will have agreed to have made a pulled ham and can compare notes on if we like it or not. We don't have to post it. I mean, look, you can follow my social media and tell right away I haven't posted dick in like 2 months. I'm terrible at it, but you're way different than me. We can agree not to post about it necessarily and feed into the click frenzy, but we can have a high-level discussion on, is it trash or is it something that we would do again? Can we agree?
We should definitely do that. I think it'd be great. Yeah. I need different things like that to keep myself busy. So yeah.
All right. Let's go ahead and put that on the docket for the first thing to talk about in the quarter one of 2026. So we know you're always experimenting, especially with the grill. Do you incorporate any non-conventional cooking methods or unexpected dishes into the Thanksgiving spread this year?
No, it is usually tradition 101. If anything, I guess it's traditional and not traditional. It's like holding your meat, holding your protein. I want that turkey done an hour ahead of time. I'm going to stick it in a Cambro and let it rest. And I think that's going to help give you buffer. That's not really a traditional way of doing it. I think for most people, it's like turkey's done, get it out, carve it, let's go. We're already running behind schedule. But for me, I'm thinking, okay, well, actually, my on time is an hour before service. So let's get it in the Cambro, let it rest, carve it the last seconds, and then we can hit the table. So
where's your finished temp on turkey?
155 I'll pull in the breast, and then carryover usually goes about to 165.
Spatchcock?
Oddly, no, I went traditional this year. Mm-hmm. This was my 10th turkey in the last 4 weeks.
Wow.
So I'm usually turkeyed out with projects for Weber and for Ace. And I just wanted something traditional, put it on the Summit Kamado, which I had not used yet for anything. And I've been spatchcocking, rotisserieing, bean can turkey, and then everything under the sun. So just very traditional, very Norman Rockwell-esque.
Is this, of all of the holidays that we're celebrating during the course of a year, is this the holiday that really mandates traditionalism and staying within a defined box almost?
I think it's a balance with that and also the eating habits of your friends and family. Now, I would love to do goose, duck, something totally different, and that could be more Christmassy, I suppose. But unfortunately, I think I'd be in the slim minority as far as who would actually enjoy it. And the whole idea, of making food for families, everybody enjoys it. I'm not going to make something is just catering to me. But I think on the whole, depending on the adventuresome of your guests, you are certainly in certain pockets.
All right, so Thanksgiving's done now. You've probably eaten through all the leftovers if you had any, and we're now looking straightforward into the rest of the holiday season. So that always entails gift giving, and people like us are always getting the question, oh, my husband, oh, my wife, oh, my same-sex lover is a big live fire person, and what should I get them for Christmas this year to make it look like I really care? Because they really just like to eat the food that we're preparing and try to enhance our ability to continue to feed them for free with food that they like. So holiday gift-giving crunch, it's here for the barbecue fanatic that's aspiring to be an even better backyard cook. What's your top must-buy gadget or accessory recommendation this year?
Yeah, it's a twofer. You've got to get a really good instant read thermometer and a good timer, period.
Every year?
Yeah, every year. I was looking at them last night. I was like, I need another one for inside the house. So yeah, and you know what? If you are an avid live fire cooking person, you probably have worn the numbers off the buttons. You may know where they are, but it's still kind of nice to look down and say, okay, that is a 4 I'm pushing. So yeah, I mean, get a new one every year, upgrade it. There are a lot of different options out there. mechanical, even on your phone. You can have paid apps, but definitely thermometer, timer.
All right, let's talk about prep here. Any specific rubs that you're recommending this year?
This is totally self-serving, but Ace Hardware has a line of rubs and sauces called Loudmouth, which I did a bunch of work for them when they launched. I'm doing some more work for them now, but they are fantastic. And I forget how many thousands of Ace stores there are in the country, and they're almost at every Ace store. And they've got some great varieties, some sweet heat. Sauces are great. You see them if you're Ace, check them out. I've been using them quite a bit, so I'm kind of in that wheelhouse and enjoy them immensely.
All right, so outside of Loudmouth, what about sauces that you would recommend to people if they're asking?
Make your own.
Make your own. Look at you.
Yeah.
Oh, it's so hard, Mike. Oh my gosh.
Yeah, I mean, it's one of those things. If you're in a hurry,
do you know
it's great.
if you subscribe to my show newsletter, you get my homemade barbecue sauce? It's a thank you. Did you know that?
I did. A funny story. I just subscribed to your newsletter but like 3 weeks ago.
I know, I was busting your balls. Did the recipe come to you though? As a thank you?
No, I gotta check my spam folder now because you said it and I totally forgot. I was like, oh yeah, I just subscribed to that.
Oh,
I have not seen it. No.
All right. Well, if you can remember, or when you listen back tomorrow and get reminded, please check your spam in case. I clean my spam out like 5 times a day because I hate anything in any box. But double check and make sure. If not, I'll go ahead and take a photo of the real recipe that's in my 3-ring binder that I refer to every once in a while. Make sure you have it. All right, so that's sauces. Looking beyond tools and ingredients, what's a great gift idea for someone who's just starting this whole live fire journey?
I go back. Steven Reichlin had a book called How to Grill. It's probably every bit of 20 years old, 18 years old.
Yeah.
And I'm sure it's been revised. I've not looked at his revised copies of it. But you know what? I remember being, 20 years ago and really, really enjoyed it because of all of the step-by-step photographs. And there's something about sitting down with an actual book that's tangible that you can flip through on a Sunday morning when you're thinking about what you want to make. But this book, the way he actually outlined all the processes from any number of different proteins, to me was really a formative thing in my journey. So I would say go search out one of those, and that could be a really surprise good gift.
For those people who really want to splurge on their Grill Master or Barbecue Pitmaster this year, is there a piece of high-end equipment or a notable upgrade that you would suggest?
Buy a Cambro. It's a professional insulated cooler. You're talking it's several $100s, but you know what? Indestructible. And when you want to do a lot of barbecue, you want to do a lot of events, like let's go back to the turkey for Thanksgiving. You've got a perfect spot to insulate it. It's not going to take up your beer cooler. They're lightweight, easy to store, easy to clean, and really make a huge difference when you're dealing with large proteins or a lot of protein.
Is there a size that you would recommend or that they're selling specifically to a backyard person, or does it just depend on how much food you're really looking to hold?
It depends. There are different sizes. They've got some drop-in ones that I couldn't give you the exact dimensions. And then I've got one, or actually got 3 that are like 3x2 as I look at them and try to figure out how big they are. So you can get different sizes to fit what you want. But, I always say try to anticipate what you're going to need it for. So get something a little bit bigger than you think that you do need. It'll last you forever. And it's a great add-on to have.
Could you buy a big one? So let's say maybe 10% of the time you would fill it to capacity, and the other 90% of the time you might use a quarter of it, you might use half. The long-winded question is, if I'm only using a smaller percentage of capacity, will it still work the same?
Yeah, I usually will put in boiling water to sort of preheat it more or less. So it's going to hold temperature like that for 3 hours. You can buy extra like warming plates that go in them to hold it even longer, or go the other direction and cool it down and use it to keep things cold. But yeah, completely, it's so well worth it. Oh my gosh!
All right, so you've given great advice for people that are looking to buy stuff for their Grill Master or Barbecue Pitmaster in life. What's on Mike Lang's holiday list? Something that you hope is on the Christmas tree or on the Christmas deck or in the Christmas grill studio this coming year?
Well, it will not fit under the tree, but I really want a walk-in cooler.
Holy moly! Look at you, Mike Lang. You retired.
Check this out.
Like you've just blown big idea. You got the huge barn and the walkways, and you want to walk in cooler. I want to be Mike Lang.
Yeah, but look, check this out. This only came to me like this summer from a neighbor. They basically sell those coolers like flat pack, like you're buying IKEA furniture in any size imaginable. So, I mean, I'm looking like at a 6x6 walk-in cooler. You put it together. Now, you obviously have to get all the refrigeration parts of it. Either you're super handy to do it or you hire somebody. But it's conceivable to do it for under $7,000, which I understand is not a small investment.
Wow. Yeah, but for you.
But you know what? If you are holding a lot of food, plus it's a great place to tap, all my beer kegs. That's also another plus one.
Right.
But yeah, that's on my list. It won't
Could
fit
you,
under the tree, but
could you run tap lines through the wall too? I mean, you probably could. You're a handy guy.
Oh yeah, completely. Yeah, I got.
Yeah.
As long as I can, I'll need help with the refrigeration part of it. But past that, oh yeah, the beer part I'm probably most excited about. But yeah, being able to store stuff in there easily. Oh my gosh, yeah. But you got 6 turkeys in the fridge. It doesn't work out very well.
Well, I mean, you got how big were you looking at? 7x10 or 58 by 28 or 6x6? Yeah. So I mean, that's a huge extra refrigeration chamber for you, and especially when you're doing big shoots or like this Thanksgiving that you just had. I mean, certainly ROI is quick and attainable to say the least. All right, before I let you go tonight, look back at 2025. What do you think? Your opinion? What was the biggest thing in live fire that happened this year?
Well, it's funny you had Al on. I was gonna say live fire cooking, like Santa Monica, Argentina, that sort of thing. Even they've got inserts for rubber kettles I've seen. I just think that's been other new brands, Brio, that, I think that's sort of a new thing that's coming. And I saw quite a bit of from different people this year. So I think I would put my money there.
Do you think that is going to carry into next year? Al was talking about maybe even coming up with some kind of I want to say sanctioning body of open fire cooking, but it sounded like he was going to be putting something together where you would see them either partnering with this barbecue event and attach an open fire event to it, almost like how SCA originally began kind of attaching the KCBS contest before they broke off on their own, and KCBS totally dropped the ball and shit the bed on that. But you think that's something people would get into?
Oh, I totally think so.
Yeah.
I mean, number one, it's cool as all get out. It's visually beautiful. And also, for the market, it's something new. Everyone wants the new shiny trinket, so to speak. And you've been at this long enough to see things like pellets pop up, griddles pop up, Kamados pop up, and it's one more thing. But yeah, I think so.
Mike Lang is here for the last time in 2025, but he will be back in 2026 with a lot of great live fire news and recipes and insight. You can follow him on Instagram at Another Pint Please, and also at grillographers.cut, where your inner filming and photog nerd can nerd out on all the great stuff that he's actually showing you, and the website Another Pint Please. Mike, always appreciate the time. Great year this year. Appreciate the time, the effort, all the insight, and can't wait to do it again next year.
Yeah, thanks for everything, Greg. I really appreciate it.
You got it. There he is, Mike Lang, right there. Pro's pro. He's in, he's out, he's well-spoken, he's quick. You can't love Mike enough. That's what I say. I think I'm caught up here. There's a very good chance we could get out on time, top of the first hour or top of the second hour. That's good. All right, so we'll do that. We'll come back. We'll wrap the first hour. We'll get you educated on what's going to be happening in the second hour. I'm going to need to take a drink because cotton is all in my mouth. Oh, stick around. I'll be right back.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Continuing to produce incredibly mediocre content in an exceptionally professional way. You're listening and watching the Barbecue Central Show. Once again, here's your host, Greg Rempe.
And we thank Mike Lang from Another Pint Please, anotherpintplease.com, his website. Buy his book for your live fire lover or for yourself. You like to read? You know how to read? One Beer Grilling, NASCAR Race Day Eats. You will thank me later. This I know. David Yule. Are there portable Cambros? And Mike Lang says yes, but you could also buy a cart if you need to wheel them around. Anthony Parliament, official cup sponsor and purveyor of the show, Anthony. They make them with wheels. Wow. Is that a big Cambro? I think I'm going to get a Cambro. Good idea, Mike. Good for you. You've convinced me. Do you have a discount code? I need a discount. Anyway, refresh your libations. We're pointing to the second hour. Stick around. We'll be right back.
Sam the Cooking Guy, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Some call him a fool, some even call him a douchebag. But I say Greg Rempe is the greatest thing to happen to barbecue since caveman.
Happy to have you aboard here for the really big barbecue show.
Boing.
We cook because we have to, and we grill because we want to.
Hit me.
Fine, how you doing?
You have a great show. I'm a big fan.
Boing.
So what seems to be the problem here? This man looks like he's dead and he's in the crackle.
Charbono! It's all about the Charbono, dude!
Succulent fish. What?
He ate 2 feet or wiener.
Now listen, Lavernius, shut your face.
I'm shaking like a dog shit peach seeds.
We have top men working on it right now. Top men.
And just like that, we are in the second hour. In case you're stumbling across this live feed on accident, you're watching the Barbecue Central show. You see? Right there. It rotates. This is a show that talks about all things important in the world of barbecue and grilling. You might say to yourself, there's important things that happen in live fire barbecue and grilling? Important enough to talk about? Yes. Not only that, we do it every week. Live, no less.
We'll do it live.
That's right, Bill. We will. We do a live show on the internet, which means it's not national, it's global. So people right now in Taipei, in Nepal, Scandinavia, even places that are incomprehensible like Canada, they have the internet. They can get the show right here, right now, 9 to 11 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, yes, person that is just brand new, found it on the internet, you scrolling, somehow it came on. Yes, I do sound professional. No, I've never been in radio. Believe it or not, even though I have this kick-ass backdrop behind me, I am in the basement of my house. I know. Shocker. Don't let the premium quality audio fool you. Don't let the professional backdrop fool you. Don't let the lights fool you. As a matter of fact, don't let this whole thing fool you. I am not a professional, even though all of this looks very professional. Indeed, I am not.
Andrew,
I am not a professional. I'm not. Take it from me. Somebody who knows when somebody's a professional or not. I am not a professional, but we are going to fake it just like we have for almost the last 20 years and do it the way we only know how to do it, which is live.
We'll do it live.
That's right, Bill. Still to come on this show this evening, Sam, the cooking guy, will join us. By the way, the Barbecue Central show comes to you live and direct from
Palm City, USA. Cleveland.
We say good evening to those of you watching this show tonight through one of our video streaming platforms. You can go to facebook.com/BBQ Central Show to watch, or you can watch through YouTube, which is youtube.com/@BBQ Central Show. We have a Would You Rather YouTube poll question of the week going on right now, where we're asking everybody, including all guests, would you rather eat peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese sandos every day? And currently 69% of you are saying grilled cheese. See you in hell, grilled cheese eaters. See you in hell. Coming up on the best moments of the Barbecue Central Show in 10 minutes or less this coming Friday, episode 410, taking you back to March 16th of 2010. And continuing what is going to be the many weeks of barbecue roundtables as requested by fan of the show, Tyler. This time around, we do a competition roundtable, yes. But it's chicken-style competition, chicken roundtable with, at the time, 3 of the biggest chicken competitors in the world. Perhaps you remember, 4th overall in chicken, KCBS, in 2009, Kelly Wirtz, 4 Legs Up Barbecue. Ever heard of him? Do your research. How about this guy? 5th overall in 2009, chicken category, KCBS, Joe Amore, Smoky Mountain Smokers. Fun fact. What's the fun fact about Smoky Mountain Smokers? Joe Amore, widely known, maybe not to have created, but to first bring visibility and accessibility to something called the disposable cutting board that has since proliferated across all of the competition scenes, regardless of sanctioning body and parts of the country. In fact, if you go to hardcorecarnivore.com and you search disposable cutting board comes right up, just sells and retails a great product. I can't remember specific. It's been so many years ago, decades, really. I think Joe Amore might have invented the disposable cutting board. I can't say that for sure. I'm not going to Google it. I don't know if it would actually show up in a Google search. But I believe there is more to the Joe Amore thing with the disposable cutting board than he's just the guy that started using them. Everybody saw him using them, and then he was able to retail, make some kind of business. I think he might have invented it or something like that. Brought it to market. First one ever. I don't know. Also, that leads me to believe that when Jess Pryles brought her disposable cutting board out, I might have asked her about that, and she said that there was some conversation that had to take place with Joe, or maybe she bought the IP. Maybe I'm completely wrong about that. In my mind, I feel like, it was just 2 or 3 years ago that we had that conversation, although I know it wasn't. But it does have a certain familiarity to it that I feel like I would bet almost $8 or $10 on me being right. That's a lot of money for me to bet. Anyway, rounding out the panel in 2010, 7th overall, 2009 in the chicken category, KCBS, Troy Black, Learn to Q. So 3 of the top chicken cooks at the time, 4th, 5th, and 7th overall, respectively. Kelly Wirtz, Joe Amore, Troy Black. Also, fun fact, Troy Black used to be the original host of the Sam's Club. But then you know what happened? I can't talk about it. I'm not going to talk about it. Let's just say things got weird.
Hey, everybody. Can I trouble you for a
Oh, yeah, Maggie. It got weird. Weird. Do research. Ask the right people. So what have we come to know in the history of the show? If you're a longtime fan, the roundtable shows were some of the most downloaded shows ever in the history of this show. Ever. All of them. You've heard guests on the show. Doug Scheiding has said many, many times, credited this show many, many times, where he has downloaded the show and then listened to each show many, 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 many times individually just to get an extra nugget or to confirm a process. And Doug is just one of many. But if I might be honest, as it relates to this particular one, you know, the success of these shows specifically was the free exchange and non-hiding, no keeping anything to the vest. You know how when competition cooking classes were all the rage and they were giving all the inside scoop, nothing held back, bah, bah, bah. Well, in the beginning, it was expected that there would be a free exchange of information by these experts that were on the panel. They were getting a wide studio audience that they could potentially leverage. They could showcase their skills in exchange for them spilling their guts. Everybody seemed to do that okay in the beginning. But in this show, none of those pitmasters decided to freely share their processes. And leading me to be very pissed off by the end of the show, and then subsequently mandating that going forward on any barbecue roundtable show, when you agreed to be on the panel, you also had to agree to be 100% open with your complete process, from prep to cook to hold to turn in box, all that shit. You had to be completely open with that process. This ended up being the only one that was like that. But again, I was pissed because if you go back, even within the 7-8 minutes that John has in this clip, click on the link that takes you all the way back to the whole show and listen. I mean, you could hear these guys trying to gauge, what is Troy answering? What is Kelly answering? I don't think he's being 100% honest. I don't think he's sharing 100% of the process. I'm sure a lot of these guys knew each other's process, or maybe back in the early parts of 2010, there was still enough secrecy going around that Troy didn't know everything that Kelly did, and Kelly didn't know everything that Joe did, or that Troy did, and that here was the time that everything was going to be revealed and there might be a golden goose somewhere. It doesn't change the fact that you had one really pissed off host, because as I was actively listening, I could hear them going, well, he's not sharing everything, so now I'm going to start holding things back. That's not the way the roundtables were supposed to work, but believe me, we fixed it. By the way, you can subscribe to the Barbecue Central Show by visiting the bbqcentralshow.com/subscribe, which last month was the most trafficked part of my website. So thank you for subscribing. By the way, there is an inordinate amount. I'm going to save that. Also, don't forget, if you want to hear a guest or a special segment that you think's been lost in the archives, email John. Let him know what you would like to hear. JON@thebbqcentralshow.com. He'll do his best to meet your expectations. Okay, let's talk about Big Papa Smokers. This holiday season, light up the holidays with Big Papa Smokers, from award-winning barbecue gift bundles to game-changing Green Mountain Grill and Mac Pellet Grills, and the legendary Big Papa Drum Smoker. They've got the perfect gifts to fire up every backyard. And right now, get $10 off your next order of $50 or more when you use the code REMPE at checkout. That's REMPE, my last name. Plus, for a limited time, every order comes with a free bottle. That's free bottle of Big Papa's Cucaracha. Little heat. Spice up your holiday cheer and your holiday meals. Visit BigPapaSmoker.com and light up the holidays with bold flavor, legendary gear, and gifts that smoke the conversation. Oh, almost had it. Smoke the competition. Offer valid now through December 31st, so you have 29 days to get going. Don't wait. You know how it is. We're 23 days away from Christmas, but the week's almost over, and next week, it's going to be the 9th already. And the week after that, there's only 1 week before Christmas. And then the week after that, you're fucked. Don't wait. Get on it. Get $10 off your next order of $50 or more when you use promo code REMPE at checkout. BigPapaSmokers.com. And free bottle of Cucaracha rum. Let's go. All right, we are back with a open segment and a Sam drop-in. We'll talk more about it here in a second. Stand by.
You're listening to the Barbecue Central Show. Howard Stern, Jim Rome, Dan Patrick, and Greg Rempe. The Mountain Rushmore of talk show entertainment. Now, let's get back to the Barbecue Central Show.
All right, welcome back. This portion of the show being brought to you by McAuliffe Cigars, where each blend is a chapter in a grand tale of craftsmanship and passion. Their portfolio is a symphony of flavors, each note carefully composed to create an unforgettable Nicaraguan smoking experience. Why, just this very morning, your pal Greg Rempe enjoyed a McAuliffe Green in the mobile lounge, everybody. Oh, so good. That Matafina wrapper is blowing my mind. So good. By the way, I'm saying that out loud. Jason, my man Jason Kaplan from the Howard Stern Show, I owe you green cigars. Not green, you know what I mean. The color series green. I'm not forgetting. I'm just reminding myself again. Trust me, you'll have them plenty of time before the weather breaks and you can sit back outside again or get back to Cleveland, or I get to New Jersey and we can smoke the McAuliffe Green together and then give our own expert thoughts, our own expert flavors that we're getting out of that cigar. I think you're going to be blown away. And anybody that's tried them, I'm sure you are enjoying the green cigar as much as I am. It is a mind bender how great it is. So again, in rank, black number one for me, and then probably green, and then red top three. But everyone is a banger. If you can only get the purple or the blue, you're definitely not going to be disappointed with those either. McAuliffecigars.com is the website, MICALLEF, McAuliffecigars.com, and then use the locator to find a retailer nearest you. What I was going to say as I stopped myself to get through the break there, I have noticed what I am considering to be an inordinate amount of unsubscribes from the newsletter. What is going on? Do you not want to know what's going? I'm sorry. Do you not?
Andrew,
do you not want to go? Want to know what's going on in the show? Do you not? I like to think that I can take a licking and keep on ticking, okay? But over the last couple months, the newsletters go out. One is too many for me to see. I get alerted when somebody signs up for the newsletter. I feel really good about myself. And then I also get alerted when somebody unsubscribes from the newsletter. And I don't know if we're just in a position as a email collective where there's just too many advertisements, too many reach outs during the course of a day. Matt Osman did a question last week about is ThermoWorks advertising too much. I thought I was really sensitive to that. You only get one email from me a week. Okay, I lied. You get 2 emails from me a week, and it looks exactly like this. At 5 p.m. Eastern, the what's happening on the show, the heads up comes out, tell you who's going to be on the show, a little write-up about what we might be talking about during the course of the eve. Every once in a while, the topic changes, so what you read, what we actually talk about might diverge a little bit. Sometimes the guest drops out, so you might be tuning in for a Mike Lang, but he broke his leg off and he's in the hospital, and we had to backfill it with Joe Martinez. I don't know. Or Martin Martinez. Joe, is Martin still running the barbecue restaurant out there? We need to know. We need an update. I think it was Martin's biggest error in life to not come on and do the show when all of that shit was happening. Remember the good old days, Joe? Of course you do. So you get the heads up at 5 p.m. Eastern, and then right before the show hits air, you get the reminder that, hey, the show is going to be coming on in just a few short moments, right? And here are the links if you want to go and check out the show live. And if not, here's where you go to get the podcast. Or here's where you go to subscribe to the podcast if you're not already. So 2 every Tuesday within 3 to 4 hours of each other, depending on if that first one goes out at 5, which normally it does. And then at 8:52, the second one or the reminder email comes in. Is that too many? When I go into my subscription label any number of times during the day, I'll stand by. I'm getting a text message. Link email is empty. Well, I know it's not empty. Crying out loud. Sam, link for tonight. I mean, it's not empty. I'm looking right at it. Crying out loud. But we will try again. Sam, link, go down. And we'll put here. Okay. I'm going to leave this up because if he says you didn't send me the link, I mean, it's right here. I see it. By the way, I'll show you. See it? This is the link right here. Never mind that bar that's, this is the link that I sent. You can see show for tonight. There's the link. So now we all have visual proof. Anyway, let me finish. I can go into my spam folder or my subscription folder, and there's some companies that are emailing me 8 times, 10 times, once an hour during a 12-hour period. Yeah, that's a lot. That's why I made the subscription folder in my Gmail, because you're just getting bombarded. And a lot of them I've rejected the spam. I've tried to unsubscribe a lot. I also feel specifically like when I hit the unsubscribe button to everything else that isn't related to my show newsletter, I don't even know if that really happens. It says it happens, but I feel like I continue to get emails from people at breakneck speed. Almost like when you hit the unsubscribe, now they just start hammering you. There was a hammering before. Now it is a more intense hammering. And I don't like that either. But my question to anybody that has unsubscribed to my newsletter is like, why are you doing that? Don't you know you're hurting my feelings by unsubscribing to my newsletter? Because I'm not the asshole that is continuing to jam emails in your inbox multiple times a day, 7 days a week. I'm not going to operate like that. Like Guy the Cooking Sam has. Stop the hammering. That's right. Save the hammering for specific periods in your life. Then hammering is good. But not just reckless hammering. There's a certain kind of hammering that could be taking place for some of you, maybe more often than others. I'm not going to get specific. I'm not going to get weird about what hammering I'm talking about. You can probably put 2 and 2 together, okay? Anyway, fresh off a hit, national news with Chet Lemon is our pal Sam the Cookie. Hey.
Can you hear me?
I can. Can you hear me?
I can, actually. It's sort of working.
We did it!
We did it.
I was watching Tracker when you called to see how we were going to make you hear me.
What the hell is Tracker?
Oh, it's the best TV show ever. The guy's a dreamboat hunk, and he kicks ass. Here's why I both love and hate this show that I watch. The guy's a hunk, so I love it. He's got he's real muscular, and he's an ass kicker. Like, he takes no shit from anybody. He's beating everybody's ass. Nobody can get the drop on this guy because he's the tracker. But there have been many times where this guy has shot and killed somebody, and he just leaves town. I know it's a TV show, blah, blah, blah. But give me some kind of real life. Like the episode I was just watching when I was talking to you. Some guy was trying to get the drop on him. He gets the guy on the ground, takes his gun, shoots him in the neck. The guy's dead on a city street. How does he get away? Plus his truck, all his tires were blown out, and he just walks away. And he can kill people at random. I don't get it.
You know it's television, right?
Yes, but I think that's...
Do you?
That's too outlandish for me. Like, be real.
But you love it.
Yes. But I also know it's not very realistic. I can't go around just killing people and get away with it.
Most times we're required to suspend reality when we watch stuff like that.
Well, I
Not
think
when
I
you
just
watch Sam the Cooking Guy, though, because everything I do is 100% fucking real.
That's right. How about this guy?
Real shit.
Tracker, great show. Gets my wife all revved up. That's right. You know. Love
You know,
Tracker.
we just finished watching last night. It was The Beast in Me. That's a good show.
That was way too easy to jump on, so I'm just going to let that one go. I mean, if it's not crime involved... I'm not a TV watcher, so like I say Tracker's my favorite show, but like my wife watches it. So I watch whatever she watches. If I was a single guy, I would have no live TV streaming anything. I would have no TV. I would just listen to music and podcasts.
No, I do like I like some TV. I don't watch a lot of it, but whatever. I certainly don't watch fucking cooking shows. That's for damn sure.
I have one more thing to update before we get into it here. Everybody was wondering. Results of the Steve Ray, Greg Rempe theme song contest from last week. Look, it should come as no surprise. It was a runaway for my song. I mean, good effort from whoever decided to use AI to get Steve's Mayor of Owltown song going, but the stats are in. The results are in. And it was a breakaway, and it wasn't even close. So congratulations to Steve on a song that he likes, but in a contextual sense, my song, from a contest standpoint, way better than his, and that's just not me talking.
It's not just you talking.
Sam,
technically, it is you talking.
It is, of course, because otherwise the show is only one-sided. We have a Would You Rather YouTube poll question of the week that we're asking everybody.
These.
Get ready for this one. Would you rather eat peanut butter and jelly or grilled cheese sandwiches every day?
There's no question. Grilled cheese sandwiches.
Grilled cheese sandwiches. 68% of the YouTube voting public are saying grilled cheese
are intelligent.
Sandwiches. Yes.
You know what have you weighed in?
I did weigh in, and I said my heart and my taste buds say grilled cheese. However, if you eat grilled cheese sandwiches every day, you're going to be dead in 2 years. So I opted for peanut butter and jelly.
Allow me to repeat what I've already said.
Go ahead.
When it comes to things like this, you have to suspend reality. By the way, you look like you're drinking bleach with that thing.
I wish I was. I am. I wouldn't say I'm suffering from a cold. I have.
I hear it. I can hear it.
I have this is as bad as it's going to get because I take the Joe B's bee pollen, so it really I rarely get a cold. So this is as bad as it's going to get, but I get a little dried out, and I need to keep hydrating at a prolific rate. So the 72-ounce water jug, not bleach, is something that has to be by my side in these trying times.
You're a younger man than I am, but do you get up to pee at night?
No.
Well, you will tonight.
Oh, do you know why I get up in the middle of the night? It's because I got cats, Sam.
Oh, wait, what do the cats do? Aren't they just
cats
sleep?
Bang at the door. Do they just sleep? I wish.
What do you
I
mean
wish they would take the ultimate sleep. They bang at my bedroom door.
To do what? To come in?
They want to be fed. They want to hang out. They want to do whatever cats do. Oh, yeah.
Let them in. They'll jump on the bed. Who cares?
And fall asleep? No, they don't. They jump on the bed, and then they start fighting with one another. They're cats.
Pets belong on the bed.
Oh, my God.
I don't care what they are. I mean,
yeah, but I agree.
No, but...
I agree. If they would come in and they would all just sit at the foot of the bed and sleep along with me, good. I'll let you
tell you how to make that. Can I tell you how to make that happen?
Yes. Does it involve
get rid of the
cats
and get a dog.
Yes.
Get rid of the cats and get a dog.
Well, easier said than done, unfortunately. Sam, what was the Thanksgiving recap?
Ours, loved it. Love Thanksgiving. My favorite food holiday.
Where were
second
you?
to Passover. My house. The spatchcocked herb buttered turkey in the oven.
Yep.
And look, for like a lot of the barbecue people will be like, oh, there's nothing better than a smoked turkey and a deep fresh. Fuck it. Nothing wins over a turkey roasting in your oven.
I agree.
To get your house ready, smell-wise for Thanksgiving.
Yeah.
Nothing beats it. And it was fantastic. Brined for the 48 hours. Spatchcock, did all the right things. Wait. I smoked 2 picanhas.
Oh.
There was about 12 of us, 14.
A little out of the ordinary for a Thanksgiving.
No, there's always something. Sometimes there's a whole tenderloin. Sometimes it's a big side of salmon. Did 2 picanhas this time, and the picanhas are. It's. I think it's one of the greatest cuts of beef out there.
Continuing to gain popularity. 5 years ago, nobody knew about it. Over the last couple of years, you see it. It's obviously very popular at the Brazilian steakhouses, of course. But I think more and more people are realizing that picanha is the place to go for value and flavor.
It's so good. It wins over so many other cuts for me.
Many.
Like
What's
I might
the best
be.
one? What's your best cut?
I was gonna say, I am a thick ass ribeye guy. I like a good ribeye. I really do.
I'm going outside of the box. I'm going hanger steak.
Oh, holy shit. We did yesterday. It won't come out for, I don't know, probably a couple weeks.
Yeah.
It's 3 simple, easy Chinese food things. And I did an orange beef with hanger steak. I am telling you, this shit would melted. I mean, I did, do the little cornstarch thing to it first. Helps it out a little bit. But,
what?
Oh my God! Sliced it thin.
Thing?
It's what's it called? Feathering. I can't remember what the fuck it's called. I cut the hanger steak against the grain, of course, nice and thin, right? Yeah. Tossed it with a couple tablespoons of cornstarch and salt and pepper. Just let it sit for 10, 15 minutes.
Yeah.
And then oil in the pan, stir fried it quickly, took it out, the vegetables, whatever, and then it's back in the sauce. I'm telling you, melt in the mouth.
Was there so no crunch?
Crunch?
No crunch,
no,
like crispy, like, anything, nothing like that?
No, I mean, I got it. I didn't get it. I didn't like drop them in the fryer and get them super crispy.
I feel like BBQ had made a really big. Now I'm switching off proteins here, but I think when she does wings on the Traeger, there is a baking soda prep component where she tosses them in the baking soda, puts them in, and that helps get the skin all crispy, like you almost deep fried them.
In the Chinese food world, it's cornstarch does a lot of that.
Maybe that's what it was.
So anyway, yes, hanger steak for that. In Sam the Cooking Guy in the Holy Grill, there's a page of different cuts. Hanger steak is one of them, and I do love it. But I'm telling you, this picanha, Greg, I can't get over how good it was. And
really?
A chimichurri to go with it.
Oh, chimichurri is great.
Which is very not Thanksgiving, but it's just a nice beef component to go with the turkey because not everybody loves turkey.
I think chimichurri's got to be on the side for every steak dish ever ordered. Period. Forget onions and mushrooms. Side of chimichurri.
Let me tell you where.
I was just going to say, you don't even have a choice. It's coming onto the table.
Listen, I agree. Yes, for beef. But so now, the next day, what is there? There's a bunch of leftovers. Not that much. People took give it to my kids. I had a turkey sandwich. What went in the turkey sandwich?
Chimichurri.
Kewpie mayo and some chimichurri.
Wow.
It made it so much better than it might have been.
Wow.
F the cranberries. Did not put the cranberries in. Not the biggest cranberry fan, but
like real cranberries.
We did a leftover stuffing thing last week and last Wednesday, and
what?
We did
You ever
Good
fry
stuff
it?
with cranberry.
You ever
It was
deep
good.
fry it?
Hmm?
You ever deep fry
Deep fry
stuffing?
what? No, I made stuffing fried rice.
Yeah.
One of the best things I've ever made with leftover ham. Insanely delicious. And stuffing waffles with cheese. Holy shit.
You ever had deep fried
Holy shit.
mashed potatoes?
No.
What?
I mean, like in little balls. Like,
Yeah,
yeah.
Take your
you turn them into little
next
balls.
day.
Yeah.
Take the mashed potatoes out, ball them up,
Little egg, little
bread
flour,
them,
and mix the
back into the freezer, and then drop them into the hot Earl. Away you go.
Yeah. It's
no,
delicious.
you got to bread it. And it's got the crisp.
I don't think you got to. We've got a sides video coming up that will have potatoes like that in it, and something else that I made for Thanksgiving that will now be on my Thanksgiving table going forward. Cauliflower cheese. Take a couple of heads of cauliflower, cut the florets, cut them into florets.
Yeah.
Toss them with a little Earl, as you call it, a little salt and pepper. Bang them into a 450 oven for about 20 minutes, 25 minutes till they start to get a little color. Not too soft, but they're getting there.
Yeah.
Take them out. Make this really rich fucking cheese sauce. Big, beautiful, nice casserole dish. Something nice, not that rectangular piece of shit that everybody's got. Find something nice. You toss these florets in this cheese sauce. Mound it up all beautiful. More cheese on top. Cover it with foil. Throw it in the oven for 40 minutes.
Yikes.
Pull the foil off in the last 10. Oh, my God.
Wow.
Oh, my God.
Sounds decadent.
It's a British thing. It sounds what?
Sounds decadent.
It is.
Yeah.
It's Thanksgiving. We're thankful for having decadent food in front of us.
All right.
This is not the time to be bringing out skinny margaritas and mashed potatoes made with margarine and low-fat milk.
Or what do they call it? The riced cauliflower. No. Have the cauliflower with 8 pounds of cheese on it, like Sam the Cooking Guy.
That's what it is.
Thanksgiving, motherfucker. Sam, I got a hot take.
Go ahead.
Ready for the hot take?
Yeah.
Hot take. Turkey, even when you nail it, is just okay. You want to give me a 10 out of 10 for production there? I had the hits and the starters and everything.
Listen, I have no no question about your production abilities. I just take it for granted now. So sorry if I don't take a moment to call it out specifically, but magnificent.
Thank you.
Magnificent.
Thank you.
It's just okay. I don't know. I mean, there's something about not white meat. Something about a bite of dark meat, little stuffing, and a really good gravy. And I make a great effing gravy. I would put my gravy up against anybody's gravy. But so that bite right there, that dark meat, the thigh meat, and by the way, I debone my thighs before I carve them. Just do that. It's a game changer. Now you're starting to carve it more like you get nice pieces like you get in the breast when you carve it. Anyway, I think better than okay.
Oh no, Sam.
Uh-oh. What
Charlie's here. Yeah.
Pick him up.
No, he's sitting
Let
on
us see the soft side of you.
He's sitting on the piss box right now, but in a minute he'll be up here. I know it. 2 weeks ago he was up here dominating the camera. I'm not going to encourage him. He's just off to the side.
He wants to be loved. Love the kid.
No.
Here we go.
There he is.
This is what everybody wants to see.
The baby.
He's the baby
Maine Coon. He's the baby Maine Coon. He's just sitting on the
Get the kid.
That's where my mixer is, and I put that box over the top of it so the cats just couldn't freely piss on it.
Can you go back? Can I just quick 10 listener poll, viewer poll, whatever?
Yeah.
Who would like to see more of behind the scenes shots like that?
You want to see that shot?
Question, see what you get. Like that. That's what people want.
Yeah, but nobody can see you.
I don't give a shit about me. They can hear me.
No.
I can see me. Don't worry about it.
This is a video and audio production.
Oh, come on. Do the poll.
Anthony Parliament says, hell yeah. So he's the official cup provider of the show, by the way.
Okay.
I think I agree with my hot take. and that I have lied to
Well,
myself
it's yours. You're supposed
for
to.
decades, that I have tried to make myself like turkey, but I have finally come to the honest realization that, and I nail turkey every year, no problem. My turkey was done 2 hours ahead of time on accident, and it was still a banger because I know how to do evasive holding techniques. And this was the second year that we have hosted it, where my in-laws come over. And this year, my mother-in-law took a bite of the turkey. She like kind of turned around and she's like, "Wow, how do you get it to be moist?" And
what do you say to her?
I mean, I couldn't get a better compliment. And I said, I'm like, I think it's just the turkey. I'm not going to brag. I'm not going to tell her what I did.
Tell us what you do. What do you do?
Really
Go ahead. What do you do?
I cook it right. I don't cook it. I don't cook it past done to start and then pull it out, and it carries to 900
Where do you pull
degrees.
it?
I pull it at 152.
Okay, then you let it sit. If you pull it at 152 and let it sit for 2 hours, it's going to be perfect.
Yeah. So it never
I'm in the
got
155-ish range.
It never got above 160.
But where are your spatchcock?
Yeah, of course.
And where are your thighs when you pull it at the breast or 152? You don't care.
No, they're done.
They just fall in line.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I had 4 probes, or 2 probes.
4
in the breast, either side, and then 2 probes outside on the turkey that I did on the smoker. So my mother-in-law wanted smoked turkey too, which I'm not that big of a fan of.
Do you deep fry?
But nailed it.
I'm not a fan of smoked turkey.
No.
Deep fry is fucking
way too dangerous. I'm not even going to mess with that.
You know what I have, though, that I've used? I have an infrared deep fryer.
Yeah, the Big
You know what
Easy?
that takes? No, I don't think that's what it's called. Maybe. I don't know. There's no oil. Oil less.
Yep.
And it works great. I haven't used it in a few years. Maybe I should do it.
Doesn't it double as a grill, too? Little grill top?
Grill? No. It looks like a traditional deep fryer, sort of. Like you would drop a turkey into. You couldn't do anything else with it.
Yeah, I bet it's called.
you could drop shit into it.
I bet it's called the Big Easy or the Big something or other. It's an oilless fryer, like infrared fryer.
Yeah.
It's very popular. A lot of people have.
There's no table topping anything with this thing.
Yeah, no. But my in-laws have one, and I think there was a grill that you can put on the top of it because it generates enough heat underneath it where you can.
I do
cook
not know.
burgers. Yeah. That's his only grill.
I do not know.
Yeah, that's his only grill.
I have cooked. Have you ever filled up a chimney, got it white hot, and then cooked a steak on top of that?
Well,
that's fun.
If you're a fan of the show, you know that Meathead from AmazingRibs.com credits himself for developing that method of cooking, which he calls the afterburner method.
He also invented the internet, didn't he?
Yes, that is correct.
Did.
Just ask him. He invented a lot of things.
Yeah.
Best gifts for the cooks in your life this holiday season?
Like I'm going to somebody's house? That? Or...
Okay, so let's do housewarming. Housewarming gifts, but then if people are coming up to you and say, Sam, my husband's really into cooking, my wife's really into cooking, my same-sex lover is into cooking, what should I be getting them this holiday season? Let's do both gifts.
Look, you want to give. I think a good knife is always welcome.
Yeah,
you should have one good knife. One good knife. I don't care if it's mine or somebody else's. You need one decent knife.
You have the best.
It should be. But yeah, thank you. So a good knife is important if the person doesn't have it. If the person has it, then I think this is doesn't have to be an expensive one. Instant read thermometer.
Mm-hmm.
I think is vitally important for so much. It really is. It will save a lot of your food by knowing what the temperature is. This bullshit, the pushing on the hand thing, fuck it. Forget that. That's good if you've been cooking steaks at Ruth's Chris for 50 years.
Even then, I don't know.
Maybe they can do that. That's just nothing. I mean, everything pushes different. Filet pushes different at medium rare, pushes different than a New York, which I don't even like. By the way, on my list, back to the steaks that we like, New York is not anywhere on my list.
Yeah, I was hot on New York. And then once again, I remember that there are a number of New York strip cuts. So, you get so many out of the primal that you're cutting the strip off. At some point, there's that tendon that runs through a good portion of every New York strip. And
that I don't know.
It ruins the steak for me. So I was on the strip. I'm back off the strip. I'm not even going to do it. I went to filet last time I went to a steak restaurant just to change it all the way.
See, I would never order a filet at a steak
I know. I usually never do that, but just to throw caution to the wind, I went filet. It was better than the New York strip, I can tell you that.
Anything's better than the New York. Every time I go, maybe I should try a New York again.
Yeah.
I take one, cook it perfectly. I take one bite. I'm like, why did I do this?
Yeah.
So when you take a whole filet.
Hot take.
Go ahead.
New York strip,
by the way,
is the most overrated cut of steak anywhere on the cow.
Yes. By the way, your production is insane.
Thank you.
Crazy. Yeah.
All right, now.
Listen, let's forget the New Yorks. People.
We're off.
Anybody that's within earshot of this, just grow up. Here's what I was going to say. The last filet I had, I bought a whole one at Costco, right? Trimmed it myself. It's a long story. I'm not even going to go into it. But you've got the whole filet like this, and then there's that weird little extra like head.
Yeah.
It's like it makes it look like an arrow. That's a piece about this big. It's like a decent piece, but it tapers at the ends. Okay.
Yep.
So I had that in my freezer, and Kelly wanted steak last week, and I got this filet. She likes the filet, and ribeye's too rich for her, too fatty. So I defrost it, and I'm like, all right, now I'm going to go to cook this thing, and those tapered ends are going to burn up before this fat middle gets done.
Yeah.
So I filleted it. I opened it up like a whatever the fuck you call it.
Butterfly.
What do you call it? Butterflied it. So it was like this thick, the whole thing.
Wow.
Like a proper steak. It was insanely delicious.
Really?
Yeah.
No overcooked.
But I don't think a regular like little 8-ounce beautiful little filet. I don't think there's any flavor in that.
No, there's not.
That's why I like tender. That's why I like almost every other.
People fall in love with the mouthfeel, not the flavor. When you ask them, how's the flavor? Me. They're like, oh, I don't know. It's so tender. Yeah, tenderloin, dumbass. Let me ask you a completely off the board question here. Because you travel quite a bit. If you're traveling, you have the aisle seat. And let's say a mother and her son are coming down the aisle, and they're not sitting together. You got two open seats. So let's say the mom is going to be sitting next, or the mom would be sitting in the middle. The son is going to be sitting maybe in the row behind you. If the lady says, hey, sir, my son and I separated, any way you give up your seat. Would you give your seat up?
Where am I going to? Am I going to a middle seat?
You would be going to a window seat, row behind you.
How long is the flight?
Doesn't matter.
Yes, it does.
3
of course
hours,
it matters.
3 hours or more.
If I'm going from here to Los Angeles, then it's in 45 minutes. I'm okay.
Right. So you're going to go from LA. Okay. You're going to go from San Diego to Denver.
Okay. And my next question, and this does matter.
Yes.
How old's the kid?
12.
Yes, I'll give it up.
Really? What if you, between booking originally and you getting in the seat, decided to upgrade and you paid $50 for that aisle seat? You'd change your mind then?
Same situation. $50?
$50.
I'm giving up my seat.
Really?
I'm giving up my seat.
Wow,
as I would hope somebody would for Kelly and one of my kids if they were 12. But now if the kid's hitting puberty, He's got pimples and shit, and he's got that crazy hair that they're all wearing, and I can see he's got attitude. Fuck him. Sit by yourself back there, buddy. You're not getting it. But if they're, I got to make that. The circumstances are going to dictate the situation.
Yeah. So I would
Length
never. It would be a no. It would be a no immediate, regardless of length of trip. No immediately to a middle seat. Number one. If I paid for that seat, I would say, "Hey, I'm open to this, but I paid $50, $75 for this seat specifically, so you're going to have to reimburse me for that. Otherwise, I got to say no because I've already paid for this."
Are you putting those words in my mouth, or you're saying that's what you would do?
That's what I would do.
Never in 1,000 years.
You don't think I would?
No, I'm saying I would never do that in 1,000
Why?
years.
Why is that rude? You've spent
10
your
listener
money.
poll right now. I'm curious because
Forget
sometimes
that.
it's just the right thing to do.
I think it's a. Well,
I didn't
first of
have
all,
to go. I didn't have to go to this telethon tonight.
Yeah.
And help raise money for feeding San Diego. But you know why I did it? It was the right thing to do.
Yes, but in this instance, this lady obviously either A, doesn't know how to book a flight, did it last minute. Who knows?
Maybe she doesn't.
You've done nothing wrong.
You don't know her situation.
I know that I've had zero issues booking multiple people and sitting together on trips that I book.
Listen. The older I get, the more I realize that life is short, and bitching and arguing about things, in many cases, it's just, what's the point? If I can make somebody's afternoon a little bit better because I give up, what's $50 to me? What's it going to do? It's not going to change me. I've already spent it. The money is out of my pocket. I'm going to get there the same time they are.
Yeah, but you could have thrown $50 out the window.
Do I want to cramp up in the middle? Huh?
You could have threw $50 out the window then. What's the difference?
Yeah, but I didn't. I know. You're right.
Yeah.
But no, I'm not going to ask for the money.
Wow.
Thank you, ma'am. I'd be happy to do this.
Yeah.
I would like the $50 that it took me to upgrade my seat. So cough it up. I'm not doing that.
Yeah.
10 listener poll. Who says who? You can't. There's too many variables.
All right. 10
Length
listener
of
poll.
flight.
Here, first answer in. Anthony Parliament. The older I get, the more I realize life is short, so I say, fuck them. That's right, Anthony.
Well, you know
That's
what?
right.
Let me tell you my outlook. What I do now on this plane, whatever you call this planet, right?
Yeah, planet.
If there's an afterlife, and I'm not calling it heaven, I'm just saying, if there's anything, I'm doing the things now that will guarantee me like the Four Seasons version of it.
I see. You're doing it so you can get in somewhere else.
I want to do the right things on my way out. So when I get there,
so you get something.
I don't know where that is. So, huh?
You're just not doing the right things.
Yeah, I'll take it
because you're a good guy. You're doing the right things so you can attain something else after you die.
Yeah, it's called karma. I want it. I'm okay doing these. I'm okay doing these things now. Yeah.
Then you should just be okay doing them and not expecting anything after you die. You should just be a nice guy.
Listen. Okay. You ever heard of humor? Do I really think it's not like there's a guarantee I'm getting anything, Greggy Poo?
I know. I think we're going.
Nobody knows what's going
together.
on. All I'm saying is, catch me at the right moment. If the flight's maybe not too long and the kid's not too creepy and old and, got attitude, then yeah.
What if you spend $100 on the seat?
Probably the same thing.
$200.
It's not at that moment. It is not a financial transaction in my head for me.
Huh?
It's what are the circumstances? I don't know. Is she nice or is she shitty? Is the kid nice? Is the kid shitty? I don't know. Does he look like he's all right, or does he look like he treats other kids at school like he's a bully? Depends. I may have to interview the child before I make my decision.
All right. I like to hear that. I'm all right with that. What should I be making for dinner tomorrow night?
You want to know what I'm making? What I've got in there right now?
Yes.
A couple of days ago, I made my own pork and shrimp wontons. I didn't make the wrappers. I bought the wrappers. pork, shrimp, soy, sesame oil,
What kind of
green
pork?
onion, all that kind of stuff. What kind of pork?
Yeah, like what cut?
Oh, ground pork.
Oh, okay.
Just ground pork from the supermarket.
Yep.
But did you see our In-N-Out burger?
Oh, delicious.
We did. I mean, In-N-Out, you don't even know what it is.
What are you talking about? I had my first In-N-Out burger when I was in Las Vegas last year. I mean, they don't have In-N-Out burgers here.
What did I just make it for as an In-N-Out thing?
The burger, the pork burger.
Yes, it's breakfast burger.
Yeah.
Okay, you're lucky you got it. Here.
Oh, hold on. Wow. Yeah, there it is.
There you go.
In the blanket, no less.
Yeah.
Very good.
My assistant Jill went and picked up, got one, and then asked them for some extra papers. No,
she's like, "Oh, this is for Sam the cooking guy."
Oh, you steal them? You go behind the counter to steal them? No,
Give me
she just
those
said, "Could I have a
blankets."
couple extra papers?
Yeah.
No, but for that, I ground my own pork. I did pork belly and shoulder.
Oh.
But for the wontons, just regular ground pork and shrimp. Anyway, so I got a bunch of wontons that I made and then froze, and the broth, the soup. So now the broth is in there, simmering very low on low, and then I'll go drop the wontons in a pot of boiling water for a couple minutes, take them out, and we'll be very happy. That's what you should make. Don't make the same thing all the time, people. Make something different.
Go to shopstcg.com and buy all of the stuff for your holiday season right there, because that's really the only place you should be shopping, especially those.
And we don't sell an instant we don't sell an instant read thermometer, but I'm telling you, like
might you
like Chris Kringle in Miracle on 34th Street. Go to the other store, get yourself an instant read thermometer from somebody if you don't have one. And if you're going to somebody's house for the holidays,
yes,
don't take a bottle of wine. That's stupid.
Right.
I mean, okay, it's not stupid, but it's done. A really nice bottle of olive oil, extra virgin olive oil, would be a good thing to take.
Yeah.
Or something fun. Yeah.
Sam,
take a food product, not something you made. Don't take some shit you made.
We're drawing.
I mean, you can if it's really good, but
we're drawing our visit to a close here in 2025, and
the last one.
I just want to say,
last one.
Thankful for every month that you're showing up, that we're getting to talk about food and life in general. Appreciate your friendship, and wish you and Kelly and the whole family a great holiday season and a happy New Year.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you, my friend.
All right.
And by the way, tonight, my favorite kind of show, when we just talk random food stuff.
Yes,
I love that.
and
we do this for
a little
12
bit
hours
of,
at a time.
and a little bit of air travel stuff, because that's important.
That's important.
Right. Never know. Airport.
I like it when
we'll
we
do a little bit more.
When we go off on a tangent.
Yeah.
When you
Sam?
go off on a tangent.
Thank you.
All right. Happy holidays.
All right.
I say that, but we're probably going to talk
Of
in
course.
the next day or two.
I'll talk to you
anyways.
tomorrow. All right.
All right.
See you in January. There he is. Or what do they say? That's so stupid. See you next year. Yeah. Okay. Let's take a end of the poll question of the week. Would you rather eat peanut butter and jelly sandwiches or grilled cheese sandwiches every day? And 67% of you are saying, hey, if it's all the same, I'll take the grilled cheese, if you don't mind. So while I will remain alive, you folks will die within the next 2 years. And if you're okay with that, I'm okay with that. Great show tonight. We thank, in the first hour, Al Frugoni. We also thank Mike Lang. And in the second hour, about halfway through, was saying the cooking guy stopped by. I had a whole bunch of stuff I was going to get to, but we'll save that for next week. I will be here next week for sure. There could be a end of January. I might be live from Las Vegas on the 20th of January, or I might pre-record and do a new to you content drop Wednesday, Thursday. We'll see what it's like. Guy the Cooking Sam, I've had a rough year, but glad you're still here for me, Greg. Yes, of course I am, Guy. Here I am. For you, for whoever needs it. Big show playing for you next week, of course. I believe we got a Meathead, we got a Robert Moss, we got a Ted Conrad, amongst others. Oh, it's going to be a banger. So, how do I always leave? It's September 11th, 2001. I will never forget. And until next Tuesday at 9 p.m. Eastern, this is your program host and proud U.S. American Greg Rempe saying, Shalom!
This is Steve, the Cookout Coach, and you're listening to the Barbecue Central Show.